find more affordable housing for the tens of thousands of residents of Montgomery County. But
Montgomery County Councilmember Evan Glass has come up with a proposal to bring in millions of dollars for low-income housing and school construction. He's crafted a bill that would tax teardowns, homes that are demolished and rebuilt to a larger scale on the same property.
The Housing Impact Fairness Act closes a teardown loophole, which applies to all new housing structures, specifically newly rebuilt homes, also known as teardowns, that contribute to our growing infrastructure needs of increasing school capacity and providing more resources for affordable housing programs. Had these fees been applied over the last decade to the nearly 2,000 homes that were torn down and rebuilt, the county would have received $100 million that would have gone to support our growing infrastructure needs.
Before a public hearing on the measure, Councilmember Glass was joined by supporters and the bill's co-sponsor, Will Juwando, who say the legislation will create a more equitable system.
There are many, many people here in Montgomery County that are struggling. We have 75% of our folks are either rent burdened or housing burdened with their mortgage. And then we have the homeless population. And so anything that we can do to add to our affordable housing stock, add money to the HIF, and certainly help with school construction to alleviate moratoriums and overcrowding in our schools.
Many Montgomery County public schools today are operating at over 120% capacity, and some haven't been updated in half a century. Worse still, some students attend classes in trailers because their schools don't have the classroom space.
Glass estimates that if approved, his bill could add as much as $5.7 million for school construction and more than $4 million for affordable housing programs on an annual basis.
When a studio apartment is built, an impact fee is assessed. The same for a one-bedroom apartment or a townhouse. But a newly rebuilt home is currently exempt. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's equitable, especially given the county's data showing that student generation rates for newly rebuilt homes is higher than student generation rates for individuals living in studios or one-bedroom apartments. Yet those small apartments pay fees that help our infrastructure, and the larger newly rebuilt homes do not.
More than 30 speakers turned out for the public hearing on the measure, where both sides of the issue was heard by council members.
I understand and strongly support the need for more affordable housing, but I have serious concerns about the proposed bill. I disagree that this is correcting a loophole in the original legislation. The intent was always clear that replacing an older home with a newer one did not increase the impact on transportation or schools.
Given the critical lack of affordable homes in Montgomery County and the funding needed by schools to address the achievement gap, this is an important step towards greater equity and opportunity in our county.
The bill will likely come before the council for a full vote sometime in January. Reporting from Rockville, I'm Susan Kenedy.